So you heard earlier about KidsQuest and our announcements, and so we have Ms. Harrell, the director of our Parks Department, going to share with us a little bit about the exciting news of the new KidsQuest.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Councilman Allman, for your lead into all of this stuff. I'm excited to be here tonight. This playground is old and well-loved, and it's time for a replacement. So the original wood structure was constructed in 1994. It's now 25 years old. It's unique to have an all-wood structure like this, and we took really good care of it. There's a lot of communities and cities that had to prematurely end their playground, and we didn't have to do that. So we set a goal early on to make it to 25 years, and that's what we have done. In addition to replacing the playground, we're also going to add some additional parking, and then we're going to renovate the existing picnic pavilion. Our project scope includes, as I mentioned, 3 particular areas: renovating the playground, adding additional parking, and then renovating the pavilion. We have a budget of $1.3 million that has been funded out of the 4B Quality of Life funds, and we have our reopening scheduled for early November-ish, fall of 2019, to hit that 25th anniversary mark. Here you will see the new KidsQuest site plan. We have the layout for the new playground. We have 50 new parking spaces that are being added, in addition to the existing 40 spaces. So we have gone ahead and doubled our capacity there for parking. We are also shifting the playground up into the trees to take advantage of some of that natural canopy and improve some of our natural shade. This is going to be the new playground layout. We have particular areas for separate age groups. We have an area for ages 5 and under. We have what we would call a transition area, and then ages 5 to 12. That transition area is going to be specifically important for the special needs kids. It's going to be full of amenities that have sensory components and just unique park and play equipment that helps them enjoy these parks just like all the other kids get to enjoy. So you can start out at the age 5 and under area, then you can use the transition area, and then you can move to the bigger kid area, 5 to 12. Also, another unique feature that we're looking forward to is an 8-foot hillside that is going to be covered in artificial turf. So this will give kids an opportunity to be able to run down a big hill or roll down a big hill, something that they don't typically get to do. We have a large feature piece of equipment, and then this playground is also unique because it will have 2 separate levels. So again, we're using the natural terrain of this area, and we're building 2 separate levels. So you'll have an upper entrance and a lower entrance. And then we've also included an observation area. This playground is going to be very open and airy. It will allow parents to view their kids in all areas of the playground just from this central location that we've designed. Here's an idea of what some of the playground equipment will look like. Again, we've included features for all ages, all needs, and all abilities. We have an open vision concept here, and then we have integrated the landscaping into the playground features, making it unique and special as the original playground has been for the community. We are identifying this as our piece of feature equipment. We wanted to continue with kind of the fort look, and so we've gone ahead and maintained the roofs and the kind of rustic wood appeal. This will be a 22-foot high feature play structure with 4 separate roof towers. There'll be lookout platforms so kids can climb up there and look out from the fort. And then again, we will have an ADA access. Because of the use of the terrain, someone in a wheelchair would be able to climb onto the main play feature from grade level, which is something that's unique to this area. Because this playground is so important to the community and has a lot of sentimental value, we wanted to turn to the community for input to see what they would like to see. And so we posted some of these boards in our recreation centers, we turned to our social media outlets, and then we held a series of focus group discussions with some of our summer camp kids. And the comments that we received back included this list here. They wanted shade, additional parking, tall slides, swings, climbing elements, room to run, and then it was important to them as well to preserve the memories and the history of this particular playground. And I believe that this new design has incorporated all of these elements and more from what the public has requested of us. Another important part of this project was the community involvement. Several years ago, 25 years ago, it was built with community involvement. And unfortunately, things change over the years, and we can't have the same level of community involvement that we did 25 years ago. But we have identified ways to carry out that tradition with this new, what we're calling KidsQuest 2.0. So as Councilman Allman mentioned, we'll be having the Buy a Picket program. So for $25, you can buy a picket and have it memorialized in this new playground. All purchases can be made online. You can buy a picket and it will be installed up until September 30th. It will be installed in our first run. And so when we have the opening ceremonies in November, then your picket will be displayed then. If you aren't able to make that cutoff, then there'll be a second purchasing period, and then your picket would be installed by the end of December. We'll also find ways to include people with the grand reopening with some site prep and beautification and helping with the picket installation. So that's the way that we're continuing with the community involvement. Our project schedule is outlined here. Hopefully we'll get approval tonight to move forward. The Buy a Picket program starts immediately. We have our last play day scheduled for this Saturday, and we're hoping that everyone comes out and has one last play on this great piece of equipment and sentimental playground. We have a demolition scheduled for mid-August. We hope to be done late October, early November. We'll have our reopening event, and then we have our last chance to buy a picket. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you for your presentation. I know that it was a very big deal when it was put in 25 years ago, and it was a huge community impact. And I think you mentioned early on, it's one of the probably most used playgrounds in the entire city, especially for our Parks Department. I think this new plan will enhance that even more, and I think it'll even get more play. So we're excited about it. Thank you for making the presentation. Any other questions for Mr. Burrows?
Yeah, I just like to say I have attended that park with my grandkids myself and played on it, and we had a good time, and we'll be looking forward to the new park coming and me being able to take my grandkids up to there. Great presentation, and I'd like to make a motion to approve 10 and 11.
Second.
Motion and second. Any other comments? If not, thank you.
Thank you.